809 traffic, Skyline 570 Delta Bravo is taking active runway 22, going to be a departure to the southeast.
I was exploring around in my parents' attic and I found some flight books, some books about flying, right? They belonged to my father, and of course I wanted to dive into these things and learn as much as possible about aviation as I got deeper and deeper. And my mom would take me to Barnes & Noble to get all these model airplane news, flying magazine. Of course, you know, cars were my first love, so I would get a magazine of Forza, RC car stuff. I remember distinctly this book simply called Airplanes. And in Airplanes, it had the progression of aircraft up to that point. So really, the Pinnacles, right? Let's say, okay, so of course the Wright Flyer's in there, right? From the Wright brothers. Then just the shape and the capabilities of the Concorde really appealed to me. So that became my mission from then on, was to become a captain on the Concorde for either British Airways or Air France, because that was all who flew it at the time. And growing up in my neighborhood and understanding the dynamic between my neighborhood and what would typically be in the cockpit, I knew that I was kind of up against some heavy odds here. So even from a young age, I knew I had to be 10 times better than everyone. So that led me into the idea that I would get the mechanical background, which led me down the path of the next step, get my airframe and power plant rating from Aviation High School, which I did eventually do, and that led me into the career that I'm in today. Growing up in Jamaica, Queens, you don't have, you know, the uncle, sister, brother, cousin that has an idea even of what it takes to become a pilot, much less a commercial pilot, much less an aircraft mechanic, because that just wasn't around us. In addition to that, while you're going through this process of trying to reach your goals and it being so far out there, you could quickly come across a lot of people that will say, dude, what the hell are you doing? What are you gonna be an astronaut next? You know, it just seems so unobtainable and so far out there.
I first met Lawson back in February of 2020. My daughter and I moved here because I got a new job in Tampa, and we stay at his Airbnb. That's how we met. The original plan was just for a month until I found a new home and I could buy it, but then it's ended up COVID was hitting us and the whole process would delay, so I ended up staying there for 3 months. He helped me when I was staying there with a lot of things. He just being a great host. We moved here, but I got furloughed, so I didn't have enough budget to do all the renovation, and Lawson actually offered his help to help me renovate the house so we can keep the cost low. And after that, we just become really close friends, and finally my husband moved down here and we just become like brothers and sisters. I think the concept of doing this travel series of his is amazing. The fact that it could change somebody's life, that is just beautiful. Because there are so many kids out there that they grow up poor, don't have anything, but when they can see who he was and who he has become, I think that is a great inspiration for them. And I think that in this life, if you could change just maybe one person's life, that's pretty fulfilled.
I wanna bridge that gap, or at least do my part in bridging that gap, because I read a statistic last night, and I knew about this statistic from long ago, but every time I come across it, it rings again and again and again. only 3% of African American people are pilots. And even less than that are aircraft mechanics. And now you have both. And then even less than that are aircraft mechanics, pilots, and inspectors, the private side of things, right? And even less than that on the commercial side. So, I mean, we're at that point, what, 4 levels deep? So once you get that deep, it's kind of like, I feel that there's a responsibility there to at least do a little bit, my little part, and making sure that whatever little information I can put out there is out there, honestly, so that we can kind of bridge that gap in any way possible. You know, if it reaches one person, then I feel that it's a success. I think it'll reach more, but only time will tell where that will go.